Welcome back to Far Cry 5's arcade mode, the mode that can give you something really good, or the mode that can give you hot garbage. We have to go on another journey, because it's been a while. I'm working on another long-term project at the moment behind the scenes. The next long-term project it has something to do with Grand Theft Auto 3. And I'm expecting it to be at least a decently quality video. I can't really talk today. I'm expecting it to be a good quality video when it comes out. If not, then it'll be 2 videos or 3 videos. I'm not sure. It all depends on how long it's going to be. But that's what I've been doing behind the scenes, and that's what you guys can be expecting when it's finally finished. So hopefully that'll get out sometime next week. But I don't know yet, because I'm going to have to do all the main quests. Anyway, let's talk about this map. This map makes me want to talk more about Grand Theft Auto 3 because it just looks flat. This looks like a test demo map. I thought it was going for like the 4 seasons at first, but it's kind of missing the autumn. It has the winter, and it has, I guess it's close enough to spring. It could be both spring and summer in the northeast and northwest. The southwest just looks like it was left barren. But let's get started now. Unchanged loadout names.
Journey.
And this is a map. This is a beautiful map. This got to the public. This is all the range. This is a waste of time. Get that garbage out of here. Well, the forest that I just came out of had nothing inside it other than a few animals. So I'm just gonna go to this abandoned city. This city is gonna have a whole lot more. I would say the tagline, but it doesn't look like a city in the display picture. It looks just like another part of the forest, only it's become more of a jungle-like theme. Unchanged loadout names. I recognize what these are, even though this is not an English language. Anyway, you guys know what my favorite loadout choice is, and what the hell is that spark sound? There's a lot of lag or low frame rates happening at the moment, and I figured out why. Look at all the fire effects that are down the map. So if you place too many visual effects on the map, it could end up causing your map to drop way down in frame rates upon upload, and as such you're going to be experiencing a tiny bit of lag. So right now your computer is not broken. Everything you see that's going on, everything that's happening, this slow frame rate, it's legit. It's really happening on this map because all these fire effects that are everywhere. This is way too many. This is way too many of what's happening. And there's a Viet Cong enemy. I can't remember which category the female one is under. But here I am, and I chose to load up without a parachute, so this might be unwinnable right now for me. Let's see if I can land on the car. Oh, I can land on the car and be fine. Alright, so the map's still winnable on my end. There's all this big empty field with fire. It's mostly empty. I mean, it's filled with copy-pasted stuff, so to me, it's still considered empty. Someone in the distance sees me. Oh, it's a zombie. Oh no, I'm being chased by a zombie. What was this map made for? This map feels like it was unfinished and it just got uploaded anyway. But it's not tagged as a testing. As you can see on the upper right, it's empty. There's no tag there, which means that it is being looked at as a finished map. This is not a map! This is not a map at all! How did this get public? Take a scraper and then just scoop out my brain now! Please save me! Why are all these journey maps so awful today? Isn't there any good or decent journey map? If you think you got a good, decent journey map, then send it to me as a map request. But until then, I guess I just have to go out and find it and rely on the randomizer. The randomizer usually sends me to garbage, though. This one, even though the star rating looks high, I think this one's going to be garbage. Mostly because of the display picture. If it's not misleading, then this is going to be a lot of swimming, and then swimming maps are generally not that great on this game because it's supposed to be more about the gunplay, and because for some reason the ability to attack underwater has been taken away. I remember that it existed in Far Cry 4. They took it out in Far Cry 5. What a shame, man. Well, at least the loadouts are changed. At least the loadouts are different. I'm gonna choose the worst one possible, as you all know, and see if it's winnable. And it looks like the finish line's all the way over there. All the way on that side. Okay, well, can I just swim to it? It looks like there is a countermeasure in place. It looks like there must be... Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. I found a way around. Please just let it end already. You know what would have made this map better? So, well, they had this set up to be like a linear pathway somewhat style. Because you started on this island right here. There's the starting spawn, as I'm highlighting it right now. And let me slow this camera and movement down. Then they wanted the player to go across this bridge and obviously do a little bit of platforming. There's a grapple hook in the sky, so it's clear that there was like a pathway that was set up here. Unfortunately, there is no countermeasure to this water, so players are able to just jump in and then swim all the way to the finish. So, add objects. I want gameplay. I want health. And then you can either choose either region damage over time or region kill, but as it's set up right now, it has to be damage over time. If you set it as a region kill, the map becomes unwinnable. So, here, region damage over time. What this does is if a player enters this red hot zone, they will take damage. They will take damage constantly. So, you have this expanded, make it expand all over the water. That way, people will just melt like a witch. They cannot survive this water at all if they go into it. And that way, players will actually stay on path. I know it's kind of treating it like lava, but this will actually keep players on the map as intended. So let me just lower that down and do a slight elevation there. Now I kind of have it set. Well, actually, let's make it higher. Hold on. Let me get that out of the water for a moment. I'm going to raise the Z elevation higher so that players can't just swim under the water. So now it's set up to 12 because I think that's going to be a good enough number. That'll be a good enough number for players to not try and go any further down, and if they do, they risk drowning. So, there. Now it's set up in the water. Almost. I'm trying there. Yeah, that's good enough. Right there. So, the damage frequency. We need this to be a lower frequency, though. No, actually, we need this one higher. It's the damage that needs to be lower. This one needs to be higher. Let's see. It hurts every 3 seconds. Let's just say for an example. And we'll do 5 points of damage every 3 seconds. So, now if I go into the water, it's going to hurt like hell. I've just started the map. It's still in a test run. I've clicked play instead of explore because explore gives you super invincible for your gameplay modifier. That's a conversation for another time. But anyway, I have the region kill set in the water. The water looks normal, as you can see. But if I jump in this water, it is going to start doing pain to me. That is an indication that I shouldn't be going in this water. Well, it appears because body armor is put on, the water damage is not high enough, so I probably could just swim to the end and get the victory anyway. So obviously the damage is not high enough. Well, I need to change that, so let's do that. Let's make it set it up so that going in the water is just certain death, because this is not doing enough damage. We want it to do a slow amount of damage because it's the only way that it will get through the players faster. So instead of 3 seconds, let's try 1 second. Just begun now. See if it's strong enough to hurt me now. Strong enough to prevent me from just swimming to the end for an instant victory. This is another test run. See if the damage is high enough. And it looks like it is higher. It is higher, but I imagine that with the amount of medkits that are given, I could still stretch it out and be able to get to the end. So this is how far I've gotten from the starting island. If this doesn't let me get to the end, then all I'd have to do is travel to 2 or 3 different islands and then I'd be fine, because it's a little farther advanced. But yeah, the damage is definitely not high enough. Okay, I'm not going to make it after all, but yeah, the damage is not high enough still. That's how much... This is how far I've been able to make it. It's going to kill me soon. And boom, there. That's how far I was able to get from the starting island. I'm going to suggest that you add a second or third boat to this map as well, because if the players end up destroying this boat, or if another enemy comes and destroys this boat accidentally, then the player would have no way of being able to finish the map, and that's going to lead to downvotes. So have an extra boat on hand somewhere on the map. This is the current condition I received the map in, and it's definitely a failure. I'm on a massive dislike streak at the moment. I've given 3 dislikes in a row because the journey maps were just so awful, so terrible, because there was literally nothing happening. There was no puzzles, no platforming, barely any enemies actually got involved, barely any enemies tried to stop me. There's no excitement whatsoever. It was just me running straight to the end for an instant victory with no obstacles in between. Please, Yeti Survival, do not follow that trend. Give me something. Survive! Well, now it's starting off good. Alright, so, survive the Yetis. Survive the Yeti barrage. I get a handgun. Is there any point to me having a handgun, though? Well, I got one. I've got one, and there's a lot of fog everywhere. Hello, Mr. Yeti. How are you doing today? Would you like to follow me through the forest as I try to run to the helicopter? Or what if I need the helicopter to win? That is a possibility. And in which case, yes, I have to be careful how I run to the end. Because if the Yeti smashes the helicopter, I'm dead. I won't be able to win. Maybe not. Just keep going. Keep going until we've established whether or not I need the helicopter. The Yeti's trying to follow me. They're trying to follow me. And, oh, I gotta go up the hill. I'm jump tricking up the hill, boy, boy, boy. I'm going up a broken pathway. I wasn't supposed to climb that. No, no, but I climbed it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now how do I get down? Now comes the mystery of trying to get down from this spot, because I clearly wasn't supposed to climb up it. Okay, I found a way down. I found a way down safely, and yeah, it's another map that lets you go straight to the end for an instant victory. And there's grass growing through the floor. That's the closest thing that has come to a map today. And even then, it still highlights the dislike, but it's not getting one. Last map of the video. This one's called Short TLOU Walk. I'm pretty sure that TLOU probably stands for The Last of Us. Well, just so you know, I'm not looking at this as if it is The Last of Us. I will be looking at this and treating it like a Far Cry arcade map, so you better impress me gameplay-wise. It better be good. Gameplay modifiers, no health regen, one-shot kill. I can take everything out in one hit, but I get hurt really bad if I get hurt. Joel, L.A., Tommy, Firefly. My worst loadout would probably be oh no, there's a D50. I don't think it really matters what my loadout choice is then. They're all balanced. They're all balanced as I walk along the empty flooring here. There is an invisible wall down though. So there's that. As I'm running along and oh, wait a minute, there's an actual pathway that I have to follow? Is there an actual pathway that I have to go to? Or oh no, I'm free. I'm in the wild. There's a zombie chasing me. Get out of here. Don't chase me anymore. The zombies can go back and play around with the NPCs, but I'm just gonna run across this empty field. This is clearly an unfinished map that didn't get tagged as testing, by the way. There's a testing tag that's missing from this empty map, this empty flooring! Ah! What? I can't touch the finish line? Oh, no, there's just another invisible wall down there. If your map's not serious, if your map is unfinished, if your map is still a work in progress, or if you only want to show your map off to a friend, go to this menu and tag your map as testing. It is very important that you have this tag on for maps that are incomplete, because this informs other players, regardless of what language they read or speak, that this map is in that condition. Without this tag, everybody, and I mean everybody, will treat the map as if it's finished. This was definitely not ready for public viewing. Absolutely not. And that's the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!